This week on OSRL, as we race to close up our house before the summer rains come, we discover we may have just run out of time.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the Domestead. Now, if you're new here, my wife and I were building our own home off-grid here in the Arizona desert. Now, if you caught our last video, you know I put up all this OSB over our roof here the other day. Now, I still got to get up there and I still got to cut some of these panels even, but we are in a race against time. We have about a month before monsoon rains get here. It actually looks like we could get some rain here in the next day or two, which is crazy. So we'll see. There's still a lot of work to do. We're trying to get a roof over this thing. We're trying to get some of these bales protected. There is a lot to do. I got to get these bags protected. Look at this. So this bag split open. A bunch of dirt fell out. That's not good. But that's okay though. I got to get these boards cut. I'm going to get some cob over this, and everything should be absolutely fine. But you hate to see all this degradation here. Look at this. Oh, it's coming apart. So yeah, there is definitely a lot to do and no time to waste. You remember in our last video where we talked about trying to beat the monsoon rains? I don't think we're going to do it. I don't know if the rains are officially starting, but it looks like we very well could be getting some rain today. So I'm going to button everything down, get all the battery powered tools underneath the roof here, things like this. Just get that under cover. Could have a decent monsoon season. And like a little bird over here on the ground. Hey, little bird. Must be a nest around here or something. Okay, well, I'm going to get away from this area. I think the parent birds are around here. They're probably waiting for me to get out of this area so they can rescue their baby. I'm gonna let them do their job while I continue on around here. Well, to answer the question of the last video, are we gonna beat the monsoon rains? Clearly, that is a no. This is definitely the first rain of the monsoon season, and yeah, it's coming down. Whether this means we're gonna keep getting rains over this next month or so, I don't know. But we can definitely use the water, so that's definitely welcome. Luckily, the rain can't get at these bales. It's still uncovered on the inside. So I for sure have to get cob on the outside of those earth bag walls. And then I really need to hustle on getting a roof over this thing, because we're definitely going to need to get this covered. UV and I are hanging out inside the dome. Well, you want to go outside there? You want to go outside? It's all rainy. Kind of funny. I thought she might want to hide out during the rain, but maybe she wants to do a little dancing in the rain. It's the morning and it is crazy out here. We have definitely gotten much more rain than I expected. It's pretty wild out here. We're soaked. So we got a decent amount of rain last night. And it could be raining throughout a good portion of the day today. But what's really wild, over ½ an inch of rain. We definitely needed the water with all the building that we're doing. I mean, look at this IBC tote over here. The last time I got water from this the other day, we were below 75 gallons. Now we're at over 125. So, about 50 gallons of water. in that Abbey sea toad. That's pretty wild. Anyone that's been watching this channel for a while, or at least since the last time we got rains, now I got to do the water tour. These Abbey sea toads over here by the hacienda have been really low. It's tough to say. Hopefully we got more water in there, but it's not a visible amount of water, so can't tell what level they're at. Maybe about 50 gallons or so in there too. But obviously we can hold a lot more water in these two much larger totes. So, but Yuvia here is anxious to go for a walk, so that's what we'll do. We'll walk on this rainy day. You want to go for a walk? Come on. All right, she's excited. Definitely soggy out here, and it's muddy. I gotta make sure she's not jumping on me. So on wet days like this, if I gotta walk out into the field over here, I try and stick to the grassy areas. Otherwise, if you're stepping over here, you're gonna get some heavy shoes, heavy mud shoes walking back. I don't think I'm gonna walk quite as far as I normally would. It's just a soggy mess out here. I really wanted to push forward with the cob. I need to push forward with the cob. I gotta get these walls covered, but it's going to be a particular challenge on a day like this where it's just soaked like this. So I'm going to have to see what I can do. You know, I am going to have to get some materials to help cover the OSB on here. The OSB is soaked on that, and I'm a little upset that I couldn't get that covered. Got to deal with it, I guess. But could be a good day to head out and get some supplies. We'll just we'll see. Well, this should make an absolutely great day to work on that cob. Should be a little cooler today, and you know, the dirt's a little moist. Yeah, I might have to fight against some of this muddy ground and carrying these dirts or carts around, but it might not be too bad. Might be drying out pretty quick. So let's give it a shot. Okay, waste not, want not. Use some of this rainwater in the tub here to mix some of my first cob. Well, I guess I'll kind of start where I ended and just kind of hit this area of the wall right here. Then move on to this middle section, get all this covered up. Using Jess's method of the double glove because everything's so wet out here. Also changed my shirt to a much browner shirt. That way, when I get all muddy, it's not as noticeable. Alright, we got a good start. Let's keep at it. So I'm making real good progress. Going along another one of these buttresses. These buttresses take a while. There's so much surface area to cover. But I'm hoping that I can get this middle sectional wall done today. That would be good. And then get that northern section done tomorrow. That would be fantastic. Then I can start stuffing cob all up along the top of the roof. So obviously I still got a long ways to go. So we'll see if I can get this done. They get dirty pretty quick?
Yes.
Shit, them dirty birds.
It's a little too deep, so that's why I got the rocks in there. That's the old one. And it was kind of heavy for me to lift off of there and to clean. So I wanted something a little more lightweight. So this one I got down here now, and I put some mud in it, and that's for the butterflies, because some of the butterflies like to suck on mud for some reason.
Dirt is nice and moist. Now it's kind of interesting with both of us doing cob at the same time because your cob work is excellent. Like yours is very controlled, methodical, neat, organized. Mine is quick, dirty, get these bags covered ASAP. You know, it's like emergency. So two different styles, but for two different results.
I think we try to work with that too. Like I tend to do more of the finishing work for that reason, and you do the initial stuff just to like get it done.
Gotta play to each other's strengths.
Yeah.
Whoa. Don't worry, she's back at it over here. Well, good morning, everyone. Obviously, I didn't get this whole middle section done yesterday. I'm definitely a bit disappointed in that. But I tell you, it's the buttresses. It's the buttresses. They always, a lot of surface area. But today is another day. I worked late last night. I'm out here early. See what I can get done. We're trying to get this whole outside done. Definitely a lot of work. But let's stop talking. Let's get to it.
We were planning on filling in that little corner, but I wanted to do that now before I finish doing that west wall. So it's kind of like the last little thing I wanted to do before I put the plaster on that west side wall.
So you actually think about plastering soon.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool, very cool. This method seems to be working out pretty well for you. I'd say it'd be kind of difficult to build a cob wall this high up without letting it dry for a while. I guess it is stabilized on both sides, but
Yeah, I mean, it's in this little nook, so it's not like it's very long or something. So maybe that helps.
and the rocks too, you think?
And the rocks probably help.
Dang, this wall's getting big.
Might be about halfway done.
Yeah, for sure. I might be about halfway done too. Halfway done to where I wanted to be. All right, so I'm making good progress. Not as far as I'd like to be, but I'm moving along pretty well. I almost got this east-facing wall finished. I'm actually moving along the second buttress on that wall. We're gonna get that outer edge done. We're gonna get that inner edge done. Then flip over to the north side. So I'm almost done with these buttresses. 2 more to go. We'll just see how far I can get and just keep going. You know, eventually all these bags gotta get covered. So just keep on cobbing. That's all I can do. Uh-oh, Jess is out here. Observing OSHA practices again. Workplace safety is number 1. So close to the top. I don't know, Jess, what do you think? You got this today?
I think so.
Oh yeah. You got it. He's giving us the stink eye. Hey, little lizard. Almost looks like you're setting up a rock display. I tend to use the mixer, whereas you prefer to mix by hand. I don't mind mixing by hand, but with all the mixes I do, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is tough mixing by hand. It wears out the arms.
Yeah.
When I do cob, I'm doing a lot of mixes at a time. So it's still a lot of physical work to drag those cob mixes around, apply it and everything like that. So for me, it just saves a little bit of that physicality.
You can apply that to the rest of the
And then I can keep on moving. But it is noisier. And maybe I'm getting ahead of it, but why do you like mixing by hand?
Yeah, the noise is one reason. I don't care for the noise of the mixer. I just like to be more hands-on with it, because then I can feel the texture, and then I know exactly if I need to add a certain thing and how much to add, and you just literally have a better feel for it.
Gives you that tactile sensation. And welcome to the Cobb Stravaganza. Wow. Very rare that we both like are up to cobbing, huh? Yeah, you're cobbing your thing, I'm cobbing mine. Whole lot of cobbing going on. What a really cool rainstorm. Definitely needed it. We definitely needed that water. Half an inch, definitely unexpected. We probably got about 50 gallons in that IBC tote by the shed. And I estimate like probably 500 to 600 gallons in the poly tanks. Definitely some much needed water. And it didn't even slow down the work all that much. Of course, you know, we probably used up just about all that water we got with all the cob we did.
Yeah.
In the IBC tote, not the poly tanks. That would be a lot of water. Obviously, I really needed to get these bags covered. You know, I wanted to have that north wall done. I didn't get the north wall done, but I got it started. So even this was just a lot of cob mixes to do, but I got it done. It's looking pretty good. Well, I got this wall done. It's looking pretty good. And well, it looks a lot better than, you know, having all those bags torn open and dirt spilling out. Mm-hmm. That rain was a little unexpected. You know, we were just talking about that. Like, can we get this thing closed off before the rains come? And I don't think the monsoons have started. I think that was like kind of an oddball rain event. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it is like a shot across the bow, right? Like, yep. The rains are coming.
First taste.
First, there's a taste. I feel like it definitely like, okay, we definitely gotta push and we gotta get things buttoned up. But I think it's really coming along and I'm excited. I think it will. I think we'll get it to that closed up state pretty soon. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up for over a half an inch of rain. Ooh, we needed it. We needed it for sure. And yeah, you gotta see as we just keep moving right along and getting this project all enclosed and buttoned up. I'm excited. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye. Yeah, I see you.